fellow dungeon crawlers, I am Enslin Gamer, and today we'll be taking a look at Raven Studios' Wraithborne for the Android OS. After many fairly disappointing and underwhelming titles on the current Ouya store, Wraithborne is a title that gave me hope once again for the future of this tiny, almost pocket-sized console. After much bad press and grumbles about the Ouya, Wraithborne, along with only a handful of other titles, have finally started doing the Kickstarter-funded console some justice. All levels in Wraithborne can be replayed once unlocked, though you are technically better off using the XP grinding arenas if it is experience or gems you seek. Wraithborne is a man born from Wraiths, and when magic returns to the world to destroy mankind, he is the only one that can protect and reclaim the magic runes and restore peace. The storyline is vague and wishy-washy, but forget that. You have to forgive Crescent Moon Games. They have excelled compared to other recent releases on the Ouya. The Unreal Engine is what fuels Wraithborne and puts it up there with only a handful of other contenders for being Ouya's top dog. Wraithborne's fast-paced and fluent combat is the backbone to what makes this title one of my favourites so far on the Ouya. Crescent Moon Games get their audience on board early with their no-nonsense, to-the-point storyline and instant action. The controls are simple to use. After a basic tutorial on the first level, you are armed with pretty much all you need to know to smash your way through this 6-hour-long modern variation on a hack-and-slash dungeon crawler. The game's main menu screen separates levels and provides a one-stop menu to everything you need to access throughout your journey. On this menu, you are able to upgrade and equip your runes. Runes are basically magic spells and enhancements that can be cast at any time, although each one has a short cooldown period. You can pick from a variety of runes that are unlocked as you progress, but you can only have 3 equipped at any one time. The runes can also be leveled up in exchange for gems, Wraithborne's in-game currency. You are presented with an array of weapons, each with its own unique strength to make certain levels and bosses less troublesome to defeat. You are awarded only a few select weapons for completing certain missions, but the majority come at a hefty price, the most expensive being 4,000 gems. Armour works in the same way as weapons. Again, you are awarded only a few pieces of the armour on offer, and the rest has to be paid for with, you guessed it, gems. The skill tab simply shows at what level your new melee moves and combos unlock, and what buttons you must press to perform them. There are around 8 skills in total for you to unlock. You don't tend to mind doing a bit of grinding in a dungeon crawler. In fact, it would be strange to not have to. In Wraithborne, you only have to hit the arena of grinding on a couple of occasions to be able to level up a little and move on to the next mission if you find yourself struggling. The problem comes when you finish the game at around level 12. At this point, you have unlocked all your skills, finished all the levels, and are left with a large amount of locked, overpriced armour and weapons. And to see my problem with this, as a gamer, I like to have an incentive to do something. After all, I've already paraded the warlord's head around on a pipe. Surely at this point I deserve to retire. Achievements may have given you a purpose to want to continue and replay some of the game. After all, I am confident that the majority of you will have enjoyed the game from start to finish and have been left wanting a sequel. Crescent Moon Games kindly put an in-game shop onto your menu page. You can exchange your precious, shiny real-life pennies for the game's currency. This basically allows you to pay real money to unlock the rest of the armour and weapons that you do not really need. No thanks, Crescent Moon. Yes, this is one of those shops where you can buy 10 million gems if you wish, but it will most likely cost you a 4 weeks pay packet and make the game even shorter for you. Not something most people would want to do to a title that is lucky to last you 6 hours before completion. If we get to see a sequel to this game, I would hope we will see more unique monsters. Only 3 different types of enemy reared their ugly faces in the first entry of the Wraithborne series: goblins, werewolves and wraiths. I decided to get some added input from a different perspective, my 10-year-old gaming enthusiast of a cousin. I asked Jake his opinions on the title. From a series of questions and watching him play the game, I analysed Jake's answers to see what he really thought of Wraithborne. Jake believes this game will be better as a one-button masher with automatic combos based on a button release timer. Jake enjoyed the boss fights most of all, even though this was the first time he was really challenged and died. If he had it his way, he would have liked a lot more magic a lot earlier on, and more combos would be added to the game as a whole. Although he was finding the game relatively easy, he became aware of the sudden difficulty spikes. These were the occasions where the game outlevels you due to it being slightly too easy. The good news for Crescent Moon Games is that they passed the scrutinous test of impressive and keeping the attention of a 10-year-old gamer. He was more than willing to play the game again and would definitely like to see a sequel. In an enthusiastic tone, Jake added, "This game is a must-buy," when asked if he had any final comments. This game breathes life and hope back into the Ouya's future. I still believe there is much more that the console can and will deliver. I hope we see the devs and indie designers putting the console through its paces in the coming months. I'm going to give the gameplay an 8 out of 10 due to its fast pace and fluidity. Unfortunately, I still think the graphics are lacking and the Ouya's hardware needs to be pushed a bit harder, leaving Wraithborne with a 6 out of 10 for its visuals. Finally, a measly 3 out of 10 for the story. I can't blame the devs for not making the story their top priority or focus. I also cannot pretend that the story had me interested at any point. This leaves the game with an overall rating of 5.5 out of 10, but a step in the right direction at last. I have been Insolent Gamer, thanks for watching, and please subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Over and out!